All right. Welcome, everyone. This is Zenith Online Racing. This is round three, Vietnam, the Hanoi circuit. I am Ara Biga. Alongside me once again this week is Puff Digital. Glad to have you back.
And I am glad to be back, especially for Vietnam. First time seeing it, first time the league has been here, so by all accounts, I'm expecting something spicy.
Yeah, and right off the top, we might as well address it, given that this is the first time we've raced here. We've addressed some issues with the track. Normally, safety car is on and ghosting is off this season, but for this Grand Prix, we have reversed two of those. So ghosting is back on, and safety car has been turned off because there is a bug where if you pit under the safety car, you overtake the safety car and you'll be disqualified from the race. So obviously we can't really run even a half proper Grand Prix under those circumstances. So given that, safety car is off tonight. There will not be any safety cars. There will be ghosting though. So if someone does crash, you will be able to possibly go through them and not crash into them. So maybe some saving grace. But yeah, addressing that off the top, looks like a lot of guys have the softs fitted. Looks like a few guys heading out on the mediums right now as well. Camden Luca out there early. He's got the medium tires on. It looks like a lot of guys jumping out fast. I'm looking at the weather here. That's a little gray.
Might get some rain. Packer is the first one leading the pack here for their outlaps. Missed last week. We know he has pace from Australia, unfortunate end for him, but I really don't know what to expect. Will the guys who are normally fast still be fast around this track?
I mean,
surprise results.
We ran a little bit of practice earlier today. We were in there with some of the guys that are racing tonight, and what I did notice was it did seem that the guys that were faster were putting up better times than the other guys. Like, the faster drivers are still quick here. It's just that nobody really knows this track inside and out. So over the course of the race, we could see some other people start making up ground. We could see a lot of guys that normally don't make mistakes crash into a wall and take themselves out of the Grand Prix. There's a lot of different things that could happen here tonight. So it's going to be a pretty interesting race, obviously, being our first time here as a league. So this is the inaugural Zenith Online Racing Vietnam Grand Prix. And to start the first outlap, Packer.
First hot lap here.
Sorry, first hot lap, not outlap.
Right on board with him. See how he does. Goes out pretty wide. Nice on the apex there. Already in fourth gear. And yeah,
looking smooth through that little chicane there. Yeah, looking like a tidy lap from Packer at the moment. Obviously goes purple.
Tricky set of corners here. Takes a lot of curb on both corners. I gotta say though,
whoa, and he hits the wall.
Hits the wall.
Did he? Oh, and there goes his wing. Piece of his wing has dropped off, so it's not going to be a very good lap time. Maybe down this part of the track he'll be all right, but as soon as he has to get on those brakes and drop the anchors, that car will not want to stop. Let's see how he does here. We'll get on board.
Difficult through the third sector.
Ooh, very deep, yeah, but actually got the car rotated nicely there, so maybe not costing him too much time. And it looks like the sun is coming out, actually, now. It looks a little brighter on track. So maybe the threat of rain passing early here in qualifying. Walls come at you fast here.
Yeah. I gotta say, he still looks pretty tidy. We'll see if he finishes.
Oh, right into the pit. Yep.
So who did we have next? Camden?
I think Camden, yep. Check the
on
map
the medium tire.
And we got a McLaren behind him, I think. That might be GP Colin. No, it could be Fuzz. Is it a McLaren? No, it's a Renault, actually. So Infamous, probably, or Ryan.
Yeah, making his season debut. Also, a quick shout-out, Matthew Durnia. First race here.
37.7.
Oh, and
Infamous.
Woo! Destroys that.
33.9 for Infamous. That is a marker.
We have the Alphas, it seems, crossing the line. Are they just starting their hot laps? It looks like it. So we have a Red Bull and a Mercedes.
on a hot lap right now. Let's ride on board with Ryan since it's his first race of the season. ZOR veteran. He's been here all 4 seasons.
Yeah, since about week 1 or 2. May have been here for the very first race. So
I think he was. Big lock up there.
Yeah, said he didn't do much practice, so we'll see how he does.
I'm starting to enjoy the track, though, the more I've been driving it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do tend to dislike it, it seems. I think if there was a bit more runoff, people wouldn't dislike it as much.
It looks pretty tidy for his first run around here.
Yeah.
Oh,
so close to the wall. Yeah.
He kept it in, though. That's a really, really solid lap. He's actually beat Zamoglis there on his first lap. And Zamoglis solid first lap around the track. Showing up for his debut. Let's check in. So maybe we'll look for another driver.
He's on a cool
Vitality, perhaps, in Sector 1. The whole time he's been here in ZOR, but this is his first full season with us, and he's been a threat most weeks. I think he's had some bad luck. One of the races he had some bad luck. I think he DNF'd, but I think he's gonna. Well, he gets away with that. He jumped that corner, but I think he didn't get a cut. Running on the medium tire right now. So he's gone purple in Sector 1. Maybe that's a bug, though. We have seen that in the past.
Yeah. But he's looked tidy so far. Him and Camden, obviously, looking to score some good points tonight. Both capable drivers. Heavy braking zone and nails the apex. We'll see how quick he can.
Yeah, dropped into first gear and just got a lot of torque there. Purple again. I don't know if that's accurate, but we'll see at the end of the lap.
He's looking a little out of sorts through the final sector. Nothing too bad, but he's missing a few apexes.
Yeah, a little off the pace here.
Again, yeah. So into ninth. So he's ahead of a couple medium runners, ahead of Arrow and his teammate Camden. But Pillars so far, I mean, a second clear.
Comes Arrow just finishing up a lap as well. I think he's got a 140 on the mediums. That was probably a bit of a soft run for him, you'd think, or maybe he's pushing a little harder on this run. Yeah, looks like he is.
That's the wall a bit, it looked like.
36.3, so definitely pushing a little harder. Not a great lap, though, so Aerostrike's got some work to do in this qualifying session.
Yeah. We've got Bobby on a hot lap. You see how he's doing. Coming through the third sector now, also on the medium tire.
I don't think we've really gone through the standings. Last week I was on my own, so I couldn't really look at the standings at all, but something we should probably touch on tonight at some point if we get a chance. Oh, big bobble there from Bobby. Bobby with the bobble.
He comes across and down in last. The cars who have set a time.
Tempted to do. Oh, we've got JXW has gone round here. I was just jumping through the field and I caught his car sideways.
Disqualified.
Oh, and he could not get it turned around. JXW out of qualifying. He's been.
Oh, and he's right in the way of GP.
And guess what?
That's why ghosting. Yeah.
He ghosted through him. That's the ghosting for you. So JXW disqualified from the session. He's been rapid this year. Gained a lot of pace in the offseason as we switched over to the new game. But unfortunately, spins, gets himself put in an odd spot, can't get turned around. And he's now out of the qualifying session. So let's check in with Matthew Dernier. He's just about to start his first flying lap. Let's get on board with him. We've got rumors flying about that Matthew Dernier could be one of the quickest drivers in the field here. Let's see what he can do on his first hot lap.
Takes a lot. Goes really wide into turn one. That was looking really clean. See what he can do here. I gotta say, through that first bit, he looks well in control of the car.
Yeah, using the curb perfectly and not unsettling the car at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't go purple, though.
Getting a lot of curb. A lot of guys really jumping that, that second curb there, so...
Ooh, nearly into the lawn!
Yeah.
Yep. Lost that back end, so not going to be a great first run, but we'll see if he can make up a little bit of ground here in the rest of the lap.
Yeah, it kills you down this back straight, though, which is obviously flat out. Longest... ought to be one of the longest... flat-out runs on the calendar, I'd assume. I don't know if it counts
Probably
straight.
pretty close to Baku, I'd imagine.
Yeah. But
Baku's quite similar in that sense.
Yeah, it is massive.
Matthew Durnia making his way through the S's and towards the end of the lap here.
Throwing the car through.
Yeah, he's looking decent through here. Getting a little bit of hesitation there towards the end of the S's.
Yeah.
And a little deep, missing the apex there, so probably not going to be the greatest time for Matthew. We've seen quite a few little bobbles on this run. Yeah, 11th place, so was never looking really like it was on, but a couple more tenths and he puts himself up into 8th. You know, and another half second or so and he puts himself into the top 5. So there's time in that lap.
Yeah, JFD, his teammate, comes through and does improve to 8th, so... we have infamous Packer, we missed it, is in P1, so by half a second.
That is a lap from Packer. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just having some issues with my my stream here, so I'm trying to get it open so I can check on the chat there. There we go.
Not too much.
Rainy Vietnam, yeah, not anymore though, Scabney. And Jordan Decker, very heavy cutting track. That's Pace Dogs, I believe?
Yeah, that's Pace.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of places you can cut. There's a lot of places that you cut and you get away with, though, and it's worth it for that extra lap time. Not that you're even cutting, like, you technically are still on track, but you don't really need to take the corner. Like, you can kind of just hop it.
Yeah, yep. Well, we've seen a number of guys really, I don't know what turn number it is. We'll have to learn those at some point. But right before this really long straight, that second apex, they're really taking a lot of curb through there.
Yeah. Fuzz looks like he's just about to start a lap. You want to check in with Fuzz here? We'll see how he does on his run.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to turn down, it looks like.
Yeah, he's not using any ERS.
No, he's not. Check in with the Racing Point. Camden, just about to start a flyer. So Camden, oh no. Was that a lap? No, I don't think it was. So Camden on a flyer, he really needs a good lap here. He's sitting in 18th right now, and that is not doing him or his teammate any favors. Vitality also needs to improve, actually. These guys expect to be challenging for podiums this season, and 18th and 15th, not the showing they're expecting.
Yeah. Honestly, though, that's the nature of Tier 1 this season. Very competitive. I mean, you see, what is it? 6 through 13 separated by like half a second? Or 7 through 13, half a second almost. So, I mean, really not too much. A couple times at the top, which are quite a ways ahead. Pretty good showing from Zamagwa so far. I know he wasn't too confident with his pace, at least he was saying so earlier in the day, but he's got to be pretty happy with third at the moment.
Yeah, he's looking pretty sharp up there, the 34-2. Not into the 33s yet, but definitely probably could get there, I think.
Yeah, on board with Doth here.
Camden had to lift heavy there. Did you see that? I'm riding with Camden still, and a McLaren came right across the front of his car. You know, it looks like it cost him a little bit of time here. Camden really needs a good lap. I don't know if he's going to have time to get back around for another run.
Yeah.
35.5 from Camden, so he does improve, but he's only 11th.
Yeah.
Who are you with? Sorry, Doth?
Up in the 5th, yeah.
Nice lap from Doth there. Haven't seen Doth much tonight. And try and get on board with him before the end of the session if we can. Looks like Beck on his first run. Well, I think he's actually... No, he has a lap on the board, but he's out on his hot lap right now, his first run on these tires.
Yeah, let's give him a look.
Yeah, see what he does. That AlphaTauri's a nice looking car too, so...
Looked like he may have touched the wall a bit, but I don't see any serious damage. He has a racing point ahead of him.
That's gotta be Camden, yeah. So Vitality improved as well, it looks like. Got ahead of Camden there. That's actually really tight. The timing is really tight there, even though these guys are sitting out of the top 10. There's really not much in it.
It's a couple corners, honestly. And Beck is getting a wicked toe down the back straight here.
Yeah,
Vitality moves out of the way there, and I'm sure Beck's going to have to send him a Christmas card for that.
Oh, it touches the wall a bit. And he gets away with it, I think. There's no damage again. Just wheel surface on the wall there. But yeah, Beck, he's sitting... Oh, he's in 8th now. He's just been dropped, but if he can improve here, he could be sitting in a pretty good starting position for this race.
Yeah, and he looks really clean coming through the final sector here. Really takes a lot of curb. Nicely done. This is the apex, and we'll see how much speed he carries through here. Oh, and he clipped the wall, but only 6th.
Yeah.
It was a good lap, I thought, too. We've got Zenith.
JFD's about to start a lap here.
So tough to keep up.
It is. Someone has lost it in Sector 1, I think. Or maybe just slowing. Oh yeah, there's a Ferrari. It's Doth. Keeping out of the way, and then there's Bobby trying to keep out of the way as well, so JFD having to be a little bit cautious there. And he's catching up to the back of Beck here. Beck gets out of the way nicely. JFD on his flyer. It looks like he's down 2.5 tenths on his previous run, so obviously a little distracted coming through Sector 1 there.
Yeah, I'm on board with Zenith now. He's coming into the 3rd sector. Looks like he's putting together a solid
Matthew
lap
Dernia
so
is giving JFD a hell of a tow down this back straight right now.
Look at that teamwork.
Yeah.
That's what JFD's been missing.
Let's see how much he's up in Sector 2 here.
Zenith goes into the pits. I guess it was an in-lap.
Big lockup for JFD. How does he do? Let's see if he's up or down. He's 11th currently. Not a bad place to start, and he's just slightly down on his previous sector.
Sorry to interrupt. Invalidates his final run. I guess he can go again. He'll have enough time.
He's not going to have the optimal tire, though.
No.
JFD...
Zamoglis.
Let's see if he can improve here. We've rode around with the previous season champion. Can he improve? No, he's down by 700ths on his previous lap. Sitting 11th currently. Not a bad place to start, and if he can hang on to that. But who else can we go to? Packer, is he pushing still?
Demo is coming. He's ahead. Coming down the back straight.
Zamoglis is ahead of Packer?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it looks
I don't
like
know
we have
who the Renault and McLaren are. Probably Pillars, actually.
It's Ryan.
Let's see what he can do.
It's Ryan.
Ryan, okay.
And then there's a McLaren ahead, which is probably Fuzz or GP.
GP, yeah.
Okay, let's ride with GP. We need to see, GP needs a lap here. And it looks like he's gone purple in Sector 2, which I think is a bug almost at every... No, Packer's out.
Oh,
Did he lose the car, or did he just park it?
I think he parked it. Probably first by half a second. Doesn't want to put an extra lap in those tires.
Okay, so we've
GP
got...
about to come around the final corner here.
Oh, a little hesitant on the throttle.
Yeah, only to 16th.
Not good enough for GP. Who is
let's
next?
see where Zamoglis comes
Ryan
through.
goes 34.9. Zamoglis.
By 1,000.
improves his laps. Hopefully those tires are better. Dylan goes up to 3rd. I don't know where he was before, but 3rd place for Dylan. So
the into 8th.
Haas boys looking strong once more. Haas has been a strong team so far. Obviously, Packer missed last week, so the two of them out here again. They're both starting in podium positions. That's going to be good news for them. Do we have anyone else? Doth has invalidated his final lap.
Yeah, and Matthew, only 14th, so...
Right behind JFD.
Yeah.
Doth in the top 10, though. Looks like he improved his lap time. Even though it was said invalidated, or maybe no?
So I think that just about does it.
Yep. I think
Yeah,
Axon's
that's
up.
everyone.
Yeah, there we go. That is it for
This
qualifying.
opportunity to run through the standings.
You got them up?
Give me a moment.
19 people tuned in. That's quite the turnout for the Vietnam Grand Prix.
And also a nice shout
Look
out.
at that lap from Packer.
Yeah, 19
on pole
full-time
position.
drivers.
19 full-time drivers tonight, too. That's an excellent turnout. Packer takes pole position. Infamous is second. Dylan is third. Jinnit is fourth. Great lap from Jinnit there at the end. Came out of nowhere, really. Zamoglis in fifth. Axton sixth. Beck seventh. Fuzz eighth. Doth in ninth. Arrows 10th. Ryan on poor man's pole in 11th. Charlie in 12th. JFD 13th. Dernya is 14th. Vitality 15th. Bobby 16th. Zyg 17th. Camden, GP, and JX round out the grid.
All right, I will run us through the standings real quick. First place, 33 points. We have IRO Dylan. In second, Infamous Pillars with 29 points. Arrow in third place with 25 from his win in Australia. Camden Luca, fourth place with 24 points. Jinnit in fifth with 18. Axton in sixth with 17. We have Doth in seventh with 11 points. Charlie, after a good showing with the two-stop last week, 10 points in eighth. JXW tied with him, 10 points as well. We have Zamoglis in 10th with 8 points. I'm sure he's hoping he would have been a bit higher up by this point in the season.
He's expecting podium.
Yeah, and then we have JFD 6 points in 11th, GP Colin 12th with 4 points, and IRO Packer way down in 13th with 2 points. So, really impressive that he got pole. Someone started it, so the session's going to start. And then we have Zyg, T-Money, Beck, Bobby, Vitality, Matthew Dernya, and Ryan with 0 points. So, a lot can change here tonight. The standings are quite close. Should be pretty interesting. Definitely at the top. There's a lot.
I mean,
between those guys.
If you give, say, Packer wins this race, he's 27 points suddenly. He's right there behind all those top guys suddenly. Like, it's this early in the season. It's easy for these big changes to happen. What I will say is it looks like the weather is clear. It looks very clear, actually. I don't think there's a chance of rain, really. But yeah, so the predicted pit stop strategy: soft, medium, soft, soft, medium, medium. Not sure that's a great idea. I think the soft to hard is doable here.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Interesting to see if some of these guys are able to pull it off here, if they're going to go for it, or maybe some of the guys out front might just choose the quicker tires. I don't know.
We were running practice, and I think soft to hard is definitely very doable. I don't think that'll be much of an issue for a lot of these guys. Depends, I guess, on how long these soft tires are going to last, especially with a hot lap on them. So, very short run down to turn 1 as well. So, we hope everyone can keep it clean. But, like we were saying, this will be everyone's first time, at least for Zenith Online Racing, doing a proper race here.
Yeah, JXW down in 20th place. He'll be disappointed by that. Zyg in 17th. He's got some work to do to help out his teammate Doth, who's up in 9th.
Starting on the soft tire as well. I'd assume an error in strategy, but no real point starting on the softs without the safety car.
No, I can't imagine that was intentional. Unless he's just committing to the two-stop.
Yeah. Like I said, not too sure if you can do the soft to hard. Maybe it will be quite a bit slower though.
Alright. Should we hide the telemetry? we'll hide that for the first little bit, just to get a nice little,
Yeah.
just to get a nice little view of the circuit for the first few moments. Yeah, sounds good. All right, Packer taking his grid slot. Packer on pole position for the very first ZOR Vietnam Grand Prix. Infamous in second, Iro Dillon is in third, Jinnit's fourth, Zamagos is fifth, Axon sixth, Beck seventh, Fuzz eighth, Doth ninth, and Arrow in the final points position of 10th. All those drivers on the softs, everyone outside the top 10 save Zyg, starting on the harder compounds, medium or hard. Let's get back to the front here. We'll get that green flag waving. The lights should start any moment. We're on board here with Packer. We have 5 lights. And we're off the Vietnamese Grand Prix, Zenith Online Racing. Here we go. Packer gets an awful start. No, he got a good start, I think. I think we just lost everyone like we typically do with the timing here. It's all broken. Let's check in behind. Let's see if any drivers. We got some guys ghosting a little bit right now, making their way through. I see a lot of ghosting, actually. We just... server sorting itself out. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like Packer's still out front.
Yeah, we've got
Ryan.
Axton.
Really have
Arrow.
no idea. What a mess.
Yeah, hard to tell where everyone is. We got Doth making a move on Fuzz, or attempting to. Fuzz fends him off, so tough to know where everyone's sorted out. I think it's correct now. We have Infamous in third, Dylan jumped in, Axton in fourth.
Doth all over Fuzz. Is he going to send it here? He's gone around the outside here into the very tight hairpin. Let's see what Doth can do. Full send from Doth Thou Hoist. Goes deep.
Late on the
very
brakes.
deep, and Fuzz takes that inside line. Gets the position back. Great defense from Fuzz there.
Yeah. Excellent. Beck right behind him now as well, Doth. So
yeah, Beck all over Doth now. Big lockup from Doth again.
Lockup. Yeah. Maybe thrown off a bit.
Cars behind also very close. We've got Vitality and Ryan scrapping it out just behind, and then Charlie hanging on to the back of them. Doth really looking to get by Fuzz here. Big lockup again. So I think Doth has that pace. He's just really got to make sure he gets it right in those braking zones and gets the place.
Yeah. Infamous is glitching out on the timing screen. He's still in third, but...
So Packer got a second lead already. Axton applying the pressure to Dylan. Or, sorry, I guess it is Infamous, actually.
It's Infamous.
Yeah, it's just lagging out there a bit. And this game really makes it hard to make this fun.
It's already showing lap 3 as well. And we definitely should only be on lap 2. I see the blue flag markers out across the entire track as well. So,
lovely.
We'll hope this obviously doesn't cause any issues. But Infamous is gaining on Dylan quite a bit. Obviously not close enough to make a move! Oh, but
nearly.
Yeah, really late on the brakes there.
So Ryan applying the pressure to Vitality here. Let's check in with that. Ryan not close enough to make a move. Behind we have JFD making a move. Around the outside on Zyg. Can he get it finished off? They're still side by side here. Approaching a tight corner. Oh, JFD with the lockup, and he makes contact with Zyg. He loses a bit of ground. Charlie goes through. So that's on JFD, really. I think he had the lockup. He made the contact, and it ultimately hurt him the most. Unfortunate for JFD there. Nice to see a little bit of action. Ryan actually gets by Vitality, who's jumped into the pits here. So Vitality pitting, maybe he picked up some wing damage or something.
Yeah,
we have Jinnit and Zamagos keeping each other honest here, and Aerostrike hanging on to the back of them. So
Doth right behind Fuzz as well.
We are, I think the lap has corrected itself. We're on lap 3, and it still says lap 3. Okay, so should
DRS
be okay.
is now enabled, and Doth is looking quite close to Fuzz, but Fuzz got a pretty good exit there.
Got Beck hanging on as well. It's a nice little three-way scrap here for 8th place.
Yeah, and Fuzz obviously is able to hang on to that. This exit here will be very, very important.
Fuzz takes a bit of a deep run, but gets a nice exit here.
Yeah, yeah.
Doth gets a great exit, though. Doth is all over Fuzz, and he's left back in the dust. Doth is going to get this done.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Nice shot of them coming down, and he's ahead, going to the corner, and yeah, Fuzz tucks him behind.
There we go. Doth gets on the brakes at the right point and gets that position, so his third lap, he finally gets that move done that he tried on the first lap.
Camden and JFD very close as well, and I think Camden just gained that place.
Charlie all over the back of Zyg as well. And we have Fuzz trying to hang on to Doth still. And Zamagla's trying to hang on to his teammate Jinnit.
Yeah, and we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. Maybe Bobby, I believe. And yeah, Arrow also hanging on to the back of Zamagla. So, gaps out front have stabilized a bit, still quite close. I mean, nothing too drastic from Packer. Doesn't run away with this yet.
Fuzz giving Doth a look back here.
We're gonna have Zamaglis potentially. I don't think they'll be close enough here, but maybe down the next that long straight. Chance to get a move done on his teammate.
Beck trying to hang on to the back of Doth. And big lock up from Doth there, and he has to cut the corner. Probably got a warning for that at least. Fuzz really applying the pressure to Doth. Now Doth looked decisively quicker, but seems to be struggling a little bit with that pressure from behind. Fuzz closing. He's got that DRS now. Can Fuzz take a look into the hairpin? I don't think he's close enough, no. So Doth got it covered for this one. He locks up big, though, and that gives Fuzz a chance to close in. Oh, yeah. Where is Fuzz? Oh, there he is. Okay. Just slightly out of frame.
Yeah. Zyg also, just a quick note on him, 6 positions up until 11th so far, so needed to make up places on those tires, has done so.
Zamaglis really giving the business to his teammate Jinnit here. He's not letting him get away. Oh, Zamaglis goes round the curse of the commentator, strikes again. As soon as I mentioned his name.
Right near the pit entry.
Oh my, how convenient is that? That has to be the save of the century. If he goes onto the hards, he could finish this race.
Yeah, I think so as well.
He wouldn't have lost really much time at all from that.
Oh, and Fuzz coming up right behind Doth.
Let's see what Zem goes on to here.
Looking a little shaky.
Oh, now Beck's all over the back of Fuzz.
Yeah, and Doth got a wicked exit, but Fuzz obviously has DRS. Seems to have a very slippery setup as he's pulling away from Beck. At the detection point.
Yeah. Dylan here. Let's get to that scrap. In place right now, and a chance to go chase down. Definitely going to be another few laps before the pit window opens. So Vitality, Infamous does not want to spend much more time behind Dylan. He nearly got to the back of him there.
Yeah, and these two are 1 and 2 in the standings currently.
Buzz taking a look, but not close enough. Locks up. So that's going to cost him a bit of time. We'll get back to Infamous and Dylan. So hard to decide which battle to watch. We also got Ryan all over the back of Zyg there for the final points position.
Yeah, wondering if maybe these soft tires are reaching the end of their life.
Dylan looking a little rough out of the exits here. Let's see what Infamous
wonder if maybe Infamous thinks about doing the undercut.
Could even undercut Packer in first, potentially, as well.
Yeah, really depends on where he's going to come out. Like, there's not much spread. I think if he comes out ahead of Zyg, he'd be good, but...
yeah, I don't think he's got that gap yet.
I don't think so either. I'm actually not too sure how long the pit lane is here.
It's at least 20 most places, and 25 and 30 some. So, say 25 just for a shitty guess. I mean, that puts him down in 14th even, I think. I just, he needs more time.
Yeah, Scavney seems to think lap 6 or 7. I wouldn't be surprised seeing something similar.
Dylan just using that battery nicely to keep ahead down these long straights. Infamous not really able to close. Although Infamous gets a really good exit here.
Out. There he is, his car in the middle of the track. We just saw Packer
lost his
go by.
rear wheel, I believe. His rear wheel was ripped off there. Must have been quite the impact for Bobby. So Bobby, our first victim. We'll see. Almost lap 7 here, and we've only lost one car. That's not too bad, given that most of these drivers have never raced here.
Yeah,
in fact, pretty much every one of them hasn't. But
would have been our only safety car so far. So I mean,
yeah.
I think a track a lot of people were quite worried about. And we still have Ryan on the back of Zyg. JXW right up behind Matthew Durnia, coming through Sector 3 here.
Durnia picks up a penalty.
Yeah.
Infamous, as close as he's been to Dylan. Let's see if he can do something down this next straight. Not going to have a chance here, but if he gets a good exit.
Yeah.
Dylan with a bit of a cut there, maybe.
A lot of guys going wide out here, not really sticking to the curb, and I think Dylan, carried some good momentum out there. And
pillars, yeah.
Didn't be close, but that battery is just drained on pillars.
He's closing with that DRS, though. Maybe think about this.
Nah, it's so far back. He takes a peek, but
he definitely thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Beck behind. Beck all over the back of Fuzz here with the DRS. Is he going to think about it? Beck will.
He does send it. They both lock up.
They leave each other plenty of space.
Yeah, Fuzz.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent job to hang that round the outside.
That was great racing from the two of them. They both locked up big, and they left each other enough space, and both got out of the corner clean, and Fuzz stays ahead. Great driving.
Doth now actually closing into DRS range on Arrow.
Oh, we have a yellow flag. Someone has gone round. It's a Red Bull.
JXW.
Oh, yeah.
It's AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I just saw that dark blue and thought.
Bunch of guys going into the pits now. Beck in the pits. Dylan and Jinnit all in the pit lane. Doth DRS range on Arrow.
So that soft to hard window is open.
Yeah, we'll see what a lot of these guys go on to.
They all
looks like he's put on the medium. Same with Jinnit.
Oof.
And Beck's gone for another set of softs, so Beck definitely committing to the 2-stop.
Interesting. Well, this race has got a lot more interesting. Let's check in ahead with Doth, who's all over the back of Arrow here. Doth put in a hell of a drive so far.
Yeah, really settled in after, he looked a little shaky after getting by Fuzz, but now he looks very, a lot more confident.
Let's ride on board with Doth, see how he does. Ryan actually very close to Zyg here. And they are approaching the DRS zone. Let's ride with Ryan and see if we can get it. We've got a nice helicam here.
Thought he was gonna. Oh, an Arrow locks up and Doth.
Ryan closing very fast. Got that DRS open. I think he's got a crack at this. Ryan around the inside, and he's clean through. Ryan gets the overtake done in his season debut. Hell of a drive from Ryan so far. Up into P8. Great stuff. Let's get back to Doth. Still applying the pressure to Arrow here.
So if we take Dylan's pit stop here,
Jinnit has gone round, I think.
Pillars losing a lot of time. It looks.
Jinnit has spun. Yeah, he's lost a lot of ground there. And Doth has pit. Doth has gone into the pits. Jinnit has spun. Yes.
Well, a lot of these guys pitting now. Pillars has stayed out.
Someone is going slow as well in a pink car. Is that Vitality who's lost it now? Vitality, I think, has made a mistake as well.
5 seconds for speeding.
Let's see where Doth comes out. Let's get back to the action here. Doth going to get passed by... It looks like all the guys that have hit already are going to go by.
He should be ahead, even behind JFD. So way down the order, even behind Zimoglis. And Zimoglis had his incident, so just ahead of Beck too. So Beck, on those soft tires, almost got the undercut pulled off. And he's going to have DRS. A lot of these guys are going to have DRS. We'll see if Beck is actually flying now.
Doth has gone on to the medium.
Yeah, Beck is taking a look on Doth, and he will get that done.
Great move from Beck there. So this two-stop maybe works with these DRS zones and these overtaking opportunities. That timer seems to be much quicker. And if everyone's got to commit to a two-stop already, Beck could be making up some ground here. He's got a little bit of clear air ahead of the two cars in front, as you can see from that shot. So Beck's got some work to do, but could have a very good result. Axton now, whoa, almost into the back of Zyg. Big lockup from both drivers there, and Axton did well to avoid that. Just caught that at the last moment. Oh, someone's gone round. That's Beck. He's lost the car. Oh, big crash it looks like. It looks like a bunch of cars collected each other here. We've got Zamagos, Durnia, and Beck all slowly coming out of that corner together. Perhaps an incident there that we've just missed.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. Vitality has retired from the session. I think he's done that in the pits. I guess with ghosting on, it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah, and 0 points again.
I have to say that's disappointing. I mean, in a 10 lap, it's lap 10 of a fairly long race where a lot of people might not make it to the end. You just keep going sometimes. I get without a safety car, it's a little less tempting, but I mean, even I last week kept going and no safety car came, and I still got some points out of it. Like, sometimes it's just worth it.
Yeah. So we've got Packer already right behind Arrow, really making moves. We'll see Infamous, I imagine, is going to come in. If he pits now, I think he can easily make it to the end on the hards. I assume that's what he's got to be doing.
Here comes Doth around the outside on Camden. Not a typical overtaking place, but he gets it done. Doth with a nice move there.
And Packer's going to get the move done on Arrow. He does send it well before the corner. Axton right behind Ryan. He's going to get that done too. He's looking pretty good. Pretty sharp so far from Axton.
And those hard tires as well. So going to the end.
Imagine, yeah, he's committing as well, and I think he's definitely pulled off the undercut on Pillar.
Oh, and he goes round!
Oh!
Axton, no! He spins the car and breaks his wing. He's going to have to pit again. So much for a one-stop now. Axton with a terrible mistake there after putting in an excellent performance, and he was on track for a podium, it looked like, I think, with that strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, Axton into the wall again. Just no grip.
Yeah. So unfortunate. He's got to let all this traffic through, and he's still got to make it back into the pit lane. So his saving grace, a lot of these guys do appear to be doing the two-stop. But Doth
all over the back of JFD here.
Yeah, big lockup from JFD.
And JFD started on those hards, I believe. Did he? Or has he just pit? So there goes Doth around JFD. Yeah. Not much of a problem for him. Can Arrow sneak through as well?
Not quite yet. We'll see. This is quite the train we've got going here, actually.
Oh, Doth, no! Doth has spun. He's trying to get turned around. It's a good thing there's ghosting on because he nearly took out Fuzz. Turning himself around, breaks his wing even more, and that is Doth's afternoon.
Making the move on JFD. Yes, and he does get it done. Lock up, but
Zyg has gone by his teammate now. That's Doth's afternoon is in shambles after that.
Yeah. Definitely go to the hard tires though, and yeah, you'll be able to make it to the end. And Pillars hits from the lead. He stayed out quite a while. He's got to be going on to the hards.
Maybe even the mediums. He is. He's gone under the mediums. He might go to the end. Yeah. I think he can get to the end on them. 17, maybe? Probably could.
We'll see. He did get a nice gap. I think he's going to come out behind his teammate. We'll see.
It's going to be nip and tuck here.
Yeah, and I think he does get it done, though.
He's ahead.
He's through. So
not even really under pressure. That's a nice gap. He can really manage those mediums now.
Yeah, really well-timed pit stop. Obviously now, though, 10 seconds behind Dylan, and he was within DRS range, so he's going to have a lot of work to do. What else? We've got Matthew Dernia closing on Camden.
Beck behind as well, very close. Oh, is there a bit of contact there? I was very close. Nice helicopter shot again, and it looks like Matthew Dernia is closing on Camden here. Can he take a look into the hairpin? That DRS should be opening now. Oh, it's close, but not close enough.
Yeah, just can't get it done.
Oh, both sliding there. And Matthew catches it before Camden does. Matthew's got a cracker on the outside here. Can he finish it off? He does. So both drivers making a mistake, but no, Matthew makes another mistake, and now there's contact almost behind with Beck. Beck's trying to find a way through here. Unfortunate not to have found a way through, given both drivers making a couple mistakes there, corner after corner. Oh, they both pit. So Beck pits again. He gets off these softs. Is he going? He's got to be going to the mediums now, right?
Yeah, I think they'll make it to 15. I'm not too positive.
Yeah, 15. They should be fine, I think. Back to. Let's see what he puts on. Let's chin it behind Fuzz here.
And we have Beck getting a new wing.
That explains a lot. I thought there was maybe a bit of contact there. So back to the mediums with a new wing. That should be the end of his race, pit stop wise. See how he does. He can make up some ground here. Jinnit applying the pressure to Fuzz. Currently, Fuzz with a big lock up there. This is going to give Jinnit a nice run down the DRS zone. Jinnit on the softer compound. Fuzz looking to go to the end here.
Gonna get this done for sure.
Extremely close to Fuzz here. Does Fuzz have any juice in the tank to fight this back? He kind of does. He's hanging on almost, but that DRS is just pushing Jinnit ahead. Is he going to finish it off? They're wheel to wheel. Jinnit with a big lockup on the inside, but he sweeps across and takes the place. Jinnit up into 8th. Fuzz now has some clear air behind. Doesn't really have to worry about a threat from Zyg, who needs to pit.
We've got Arrow now coming up to the back of Ryan as well.
Actually, I don't know. I guess Zyg needs to pit again, but it says 15 lap old mediums, but we saw him on the soft at the start, did we not?
Yeah, we did.
So...
nice to know that's still a thing.
Yeah. Well, the patch might fix it tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe. I have my doubts.
Yeah, Arrow closing up behind Ryan, who's yet to pit. But a solid race so far. No mistakes from Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan's been pretty impressive, actually, given that he said he didn't practice this track at all. For him to just jump in here and be running in the points, like I think even after his pit stop, he's potentially looking at points here. So that's a pretty good drive from Ryan.
Yeah.
And his teammate Infamous comfortably in 3rd, not really threatening the 2 in front, not really under threat from anyone behind either. So Infamous looking poised for a 3rd place here pretty handily. We do know he is going to go to the end on those mediums, though. We don't know that Packer and Dillon are going to make it, but they're probably going to have to try and push now with the gap they have. I think they need to try and manage those mediums home, really, because they just hand Infamous a win otherwise, more or less.
I think Packer's got enough of a gap that he can make this work. Because Infamous is a good 13 seconds behind. He's going to have to start taking a second lap, really, out of Packer. So big lockup from Arrow there.
So all our heroes, look at that. Doth in 17th, Axton in 16th, Samagos in 15th, Beck in 14th. All our heroes have crumbled today. Except for Arrow, he's still up there fighting. And Ryan putting in a hell of a drive too, I'll say that.
JFD, I mean, solidly sitting in 6th place.
Yeah, I think he needs to pit still, right?
He may, yeah. But
well, I guess we can check the stops here. Let's check that quickly. There's not much action going on. So JFD and Durnia needs to stop. Ryan needs to stop, and that's it. Everybody else has stopped. Obviously, some guys may need to stop again just based on their tire wear, but the mandatory pit stops are done for the majority of the field, save 3 drivers. So, Arrow strike now. This is as close as he's been. He's closing fast. The DRS should be opening any moment. I think Arrow's going to get this done here. He looks poised for an overtake. Heads to the inside line. They're going to be wheel to wheel into the corner. No, they're not. Arrow strike well ahead. Big lockup, though.
Well done.
Yeah, Ryan
just
not really
solid again.
Wasting his time. Wasting his time fighting Arrow, really, Ryan. There's no point.
Yeah, he's really fighting with JFD and Matthew behind the one-stop guys.
Yep. And he's got the gap over them, so he can kind of just react to them, really.
Yeah. Obviously, they'll be both going on to the softer compound to end the race, whereas Ryan will be going on, I guess, at this point,
he can go softs.
He must be going to the softs.
Yeah, for sure.
16 laps in.
Oh, look, Zyg has managed 19 laps on the medium tires, which is physically impossible because we are on lap 16. Great job, Cody's, again. It drives me insane. But we do know Zyg is pit. I think Zyg has to pit again, though. Soft to medium. He pit pretty early, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
More than likely, he's going to have to stop again, then.
Or actually, no, you know what? I think he pit after Goth, so I think he could pull these to the end. If I'm remembering correctly.
Doesn't really have a gap. Charlie is applying the pressure to him. Durnia is catching his teammate JFD. I'd imagine
team orders possibly in effect.
Yeah, I don't really see the point of holding up your teammate, but at the same time,
he's gonna get by regardless. I don't think JFD wanted to keep it behind.
At that point, there's no sense in fighting it.
Yeah.
So Durnia through.
JXW out of the race?
No. Yeah, he pit and retired, it looks like. So Durnia through. JFD trying to hang on. Zyg and Charlie are very close. Charlie looks like he sent it into the hairpin and got it done. It looked like a bit of a shove there. I'm not really sure if there was contact, but Zyg looked like he was running a bit wide, trying to avoid contact there.
Though you can definitely tell Ryan's tires starting to give a little bit. Scroop, Matthew, and JFD are catching. Gap was 5 seconds, so
he pretty much. I think if he pits now, he'll be okay because he'll get that undercut cushion. And then when those two pit, they won't really be much of a threat to him because he can kind of build that gap back up. But he needs to do it soon, I think. It needs to be this lap.
I mean, these two ahead need to pit soon as well because Zenith's about to overtake them. Buzz really not too far behind either.
So Zenith closing. I'm assuming Zenith going to the end at this point.
Pillar's slowly cutting down that lead. It was 9 seconds after the pit stop, now just under 6. Tires are 4 laps younger than Dylan's, so...
Big lockup from Zenith there.
Yeah.
GP and Zamoglis now caught behind Axton here as they approach the long DRS straight. GP with the DRS closing, but not close enough, and Zamoglis behind trying to keep touch. Zamoglis with a big lockup there to get it stopped and rotated. GP with a bit of a bobble. Get back to JFD and Durnia. Oh, Matthew Dernier. Because he made a mistake, because Ryan seems to have gained a lot of time on him. Oh, what's going on? Ryan's pit. Okay. So that was why he gained that time. So Ryan has pit. He's gone on to the softs. Obviously, we expected that at this point. So where will Ryan come out? He's going to come out behind Charlie. Will he come out behind Zyg as well? But we know Zyg probably going to pit again. Really, we need to see if Ryan gets out in front of Camden. I don't know. It's going to be close. Ryan back at racing speed. He's got a bit of an advantage there with the corner. He's got it, yeah.
Yeah, well done.
So Ryan pretty much in the points at this point. We know Zyg having to pit, and then he's got work to do to catch any other additional points this afternoon. But to show up for your first race and not have practiced and pick up some points in Tier 1, I think that's a pretty good drive from Ryan. See if he can finish it off here. Zenith is now right up the back of JFD and Matthew. They really need to react to Ryan pitting. They both need to go. Well, they can't both pit, can they? One of them has to go in first. So one of them needs to pit this lap. Otherwise, they've pretty much given up on catching Ryan, in my opinion.
Well, they're going to be behind Camden. Likely Beck as well. The longer they wait, they may even find themselves behind Axton. So Matthew definitely has to go into the pits this lap.
Especially as the lead car. Yeah, JFD might be able to sit here and play a bit of a spoiler role and hold some of these... well, he can't really stay out that long, but he can hold up Zenith and Fuzz, maybe. We got
JFD goes in.
Oh, JFD, the lead car here. Dernier has pit, or sorry, JFD has pit. Dernier has stayed out. So let's see where JFD comes out. We'll keep an eye on that. We don't really have any other gaps to watch.
Between Beck, I think if you can get out ahead of Axton, that'll be solid.
There goes Charlie down the straight. There goes Zyg down the straight. Here comes Ryan well ahead here. Ryan should have cleared. Oh yeah, not even close for JFD. Ryan has gained a massive amount of time here. He's behind Beck even, and I think he might even be behind Axton here. This is going to be very tight based on the last time we saw two cars come out.
Oh, and JFD does get out ahead of Beck. Splits the two of them, and he will have a good run down here on Camden. So if he can get this done, maybe not this straight here, but the next one, I think that's damage minimized.
Yeah, Dernier needs to pit as well.
We'll see if Ryan now can get this move done on Zyg. And he's got a wicked exit. Yeah, he's going to have this done for sure, I would assume, but Zyg seems to have a very slippery setup. He's really pulling away. Obviously, DRS not activated yet, but...
Under braking, Ryan will get this done easy.
Yeah, he's got it done well before the corner.
Yeah, not a bad move there.
Nice, easy move. Yeah, we'll see now.
Oh, what's going on? Packers pit. Of course, we expected that. So Pillars now.
Yeah.
Pillars poised for a possible victory here. There's a very good chance. Because Dylan, I think, is going to have to pit as well. Maybe Dylan considers staying out and holding up Pillars.
I think Packer's going to have the pace.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Packer
only
is
half behind. We'll see, though. Pillars, at this point, must be going for the win stop.
So JFD has made it by Camden.
Zenith has pit.
Damage, perhaps?
Yeah, looks like he's getting a new wing. Maybe ran into the back of Matthew, not too sure.
Dernier
Ryan
heading out. Where is he going to come out? Here comes Axton. I think Axton and Dernier are going to be very close here on the exit. Look at them side by side. Oh, Dernier actually gets out ahead of Camden. So if you get the exit right here, you do make up a bit of ground, it seems. Dernier and JFD both into the points. What an excellent strategy from the two of them. 9th and 10th currently, with potential for more here, because Zyg is probably going into survival mode at this point. He has to pit, really.
Old mediums.
Yeah, I mean, either way, he really does need to pit, I think. No?
I don't think he's going to, no.
We're looking at
and
8
Dylan
laps
has
here,
pit.
though.
Will he come out behind Arrow? Don't think so, but...
Could be interesting. Infamous has pit as well, he's reacting.
Okay.
Knowing that Packer's going to get him anyway, might as well pit, I guess. Will he cover off Arrow, though?
But he could have stayed ahead of Dylan.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we'll see, Arrow,
Maybe wing damage? No, he didn't have wing damage, because he got a good quick pit stop
there. Yellow flag in Sector 2, who is that?
It's a Red Bull, it looks like. Or no, it's
No,
back
it's
in the
back.
Tori, in the Alpha Tori, yeah.
So Arrow up into second. Nope. There goes one and the other. So Hiller somehow got by Dylan.
Yeah, he passed him in the pit lane.
Maybe wing damage or something, but Packer out front with an absolutely commanding lead. My goodness.
18 seconds, he can almost pit again.
Yeah. And Ryan now, Charlie has a bit of a wobble. I think Ryan's going to get a good chance here.
Dernier applying the pressure to JFD as well, so...
Ryan's going to take a look here. We haven't seen too many moves into this corner. Usually it's done in the next straight, but yeah, well ahead.
This is a hell of a drive from Ryan. He's up into 6th, and potentially, I think he's going to catch Fuzz too, really.
If
like
these tires hold on, yeah.
He's looking like a top 5 finish here for Ryan once he catches up to Fuzz. I don't think Arrow's within reach, but man, what a drive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Beck pitting, obviously. A big error there. Charlie trying to hang on to Ryan here. He's actually closing a little bit with the DRS. Is he?
Yeah.
No, he's just trying to
Nice.
hang on, it looks like. So Packer with the fastest lap now, up in first. 19-second lead. Dylan applying the pressure to Infamous for second place. We'll check in with that battle shortly. Behind we have Jinnit and Axton. Jinnit has made a move. He is through. Axton trying to hang on, but losing some ground. JFD has let Dernier through.
So Zag did pit as well.
Pretty much had to, I think.
Yeah. So
he's not going to make up that ground,
cars 8 and 9. See for how long.
So who are our one-stoppers? Let's take a look at that. Where are they? Our one-stoppers are Arrow, Fuzz, Ryan, Charlie, Matthew, and JFD, and Camden.
And
most of them in the points.
All of them in the points.
Yeah, all the one-stoppers are in the points. Most of the guys in the points are one-stoppers.
Yeah.
Two stops for all the front 3. Obviously, with that extra pace, it's a little more doable to pit twice. But the one stop looking like a pretty solid strategy, I think. Still, maybe something I'll consider for Thursday.
Yeah.
Jinnit closing.
Pillars has extended that gap. It was DRS range, and now
yeah,
pulled away. And Jinnit's gonna get this done.
Yeah, this is taking candy from a baby at this point. I don't think he's even turned the engine up yet.
Jinnit seems to be struggling here for that straight line speed, and I think Camden just let him through.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe Jinnit just waited to turn up the juice a bit because he knew he would get it done, but hard to say, really. But Jinnit through, that is our closest gap at the moment, and it's going to expand, so see if we can find someone else to check on here. Ryan closing on Fuzz, actually. Let's ride with Ryan and watch his charge for a top 5 finish here. That's a damn impressive drive if he gets a top 5 here. Be my driver of the day, given the context.
Yeah, it'll definitely be close.
How many positions has he made up here?
5.
5, yeah, that's pretty impressive too. The most on the field is 7 from Camden, so that's a pretty good drive, but he's still not in the points yet.
Yeah, Matthew also is 6.
Yeah,
Arrow
good.
was 6, so really solid in 4th.
Good debut for Matthew there, gaining 6 places up into the points. Him and his teammate both scoring points here if they can finish the way they are. So that would be a pretty impressive.
Really catching up to the back of Charlie as well, actually. So Ryan really gonna get close to Fuzz here.
Yeah, under braking he's gonna have such an advantage. Is he gonna try and do it now? He thought about it. He had to pull out of that. He's got plenty of time. There's no need to force it. We got a yellow flag.
Retired.
Beck is out.
And Matthew gets a wicked exit. We haven't seen him move through here. Let's see if he can get that done.
Oh, side by side.
Yeah. Just so much more traction on those soft tires, and the courage to actually send it too. So quite impressive. Now into 7th place.
Back to Ryan, closing on Fuzz. Can he think about it into turn 1, maybe? I don't think so. He's looking, but it's not really on. Not a great overtaking spot.
No. The nature of the corner and
what comes after, very hard to be off the racing line and actually be quick.
yeah.
Here he has a chance. He has the DRS, he's got the engine power, he's turning it up. Can he think about it? That corner's coming very fast. It's going to run out of time, I think. Yeah, he does. Ryan does not get it done yet, but he's got the very long straight coming up here. As long as he gets a good exit here, he should have it done.
I think Fuzz, though, got a wicked exit. You know what, Ryan, with that traction.
You know what? Matthew Dernier is not very far behind either.
No.
He's right there. And there's time.
Now, right alongside. D Fuzz is not going to get this up. Yeah, and he's kind of.
Oh, huge lockup from Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuzz just keeps it out of the wall.
Yeah, got a little throttle happy there.
But yeah, just punched it a bit. But good on him to keep the car.
Good move from Ryan there to get ahead. So Ryan into the top 5. Matthew Dernier trying to spoil that for Ryan. Closing on Fuzz. Can he catch Ryan as well, even?
Yeah, we'll see.
JFD catching Charlie as well, so a little bit more action before this one's all said and done.
Yeah, and Pillars, just a quick note, has pulled out 7 seconds on Dylan since that pit stop.
Here comes Dernier taking a look. We know he'll send it, so Fuzz better watch himself.
Fuzz jumps the curb a little bit, and yeah, those hard tires just can't quite compare at this stage in the race.
Dernier with a great exit here in that DRS. He's all over the back of Fuzz here. He's already closing. Look at, he's gonna. Oh, Fuzz really trying to cover this off. He does not want to lose this spot at all. He covered Dernier there. I think that might have been 2 moves, to be honest with you, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a wobble or if it was.
It was kind of a weird spot for one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna have no chance to defend that here.
No, not a chance. Yeah, he's already ahead.
And behind, we have JFD closing on Charlie, but it's not going to be close enough just yet.
Fuzz trying to fight this back still, though. He's peeking down the inside here. Dernier's trying to close the door. Oh! Dernier kind of parked it on the racing line there, and Fuzz hit the back of him, it looked like. So maybe not too happy with Fuzz's move in the previous attempt. Maybe giving him a little bit of business back. Not something we like to see too often, though.
I missed it, to be honest. I didn't see. I was watching JFD.
It wasn't like egregiously bad, but it just seemed like, oh, you did that, I'll do this too, like, you know, kind of thing. Now we got a comment. Let's see what they think. Fuzz doing a Grosjean. That's what Adri says.
Dangerous driving.
Yeah. When did I do dangerous driving? Zamaglis with a big lockup there. He's nearly stuck to the gearbox of Camden.
And Matthew is within DRS range on Ryan, so 2 laps to go. Maybe not at the detection point, as he doesn't have DRS coming down here, but he will have it down the next straight.
Zamaglis applying that pressure as well. JFD catching Charlie. There's going to be a few last lap battles here, it seems.
Oh, and Matthew is right on the back of Ryan.
Yeah. Ryan has nothing.
Yeah, it seems like it took him a while to kind of warm up, but he was really showing that pace that we'd kind of heard about.
Ryan's going to get a crack back at this, though.
Slipstream.
He's going to have a chance into the corner if he sends it. He is. Ryan's going to send it. Big lockup. Dernier right around the outside, decisively on the throttle, and just gets right around Ryan. Despite Ryan using almost all the track he could legally get away with, Dernier still gets the move done. That is an impressive overtake. So maybe another potential driver of the day right there. Dernier now up into 5th. Oh, and he nudges the wall there. Sends him offline a little bit. Maybe he picked up damage.
He's got both end plates, but it could have a minor damage. We'll see if Ryan's able to maybe hang with him and see if maybe that did hurt him a bit.
Yeah, I think it might have. Ryan hanging on a bit.
And JFD did get by Charlie. We have Zenith now closing on Charlie.
Dernier runs very wide there. He's going to get an extension for that, I feel.
He does have 3 seconds already, too, so I doubt Ryan knows that. Maybe if he's asked Jeff, may know, but he's just got to keep it within 3 seconds.
Yeah, he doesn't really need to do anything drastic here, does he? It's only 2 laps. Oh, big lockup, though.
It goes really deep.
Dernier didn't have a great exit, though, either. He's still in the DRS range. He might keep it here.
Yeah.
Protection point coming up. I think he's okay.
No.
No.
No. No.
No, he got it.
Just outside. I don't think
I heard it. I heard the ding, though. No. I heard the little click for DRS, like the teet. But, yeah, no rear wing open, so nonetheless.
Got by Charlie, and Charlie, yeah, not really looking to... Yeah, he breaks early. I think he's hoping to just bring home a point here.
Yeah, he's got really no threat behind.
No, exactly.
Ryan's still hanging on, though.
And we've got Zamoglis on Camden, who has a little bit of a wobble, but, tricky if he's going to send it here. Camden looking all out of sorts. Really just fighting the car. And Zamoglis just looks so much more in control. In the last lap, though, Camden pushed him around. These guys at the back obviously will have another lap, so Packer's quite a ways ahead.
Packer very far ahead.
Yeah. So last lap, Zamoglis, more for bragging rights than anything else at this point, but right on the back of Camden, a little bit of a lock up into turn 1. He just rides that curve as well.
So Packer has led this race pretty much start to finish. He's been excellent today. He's rounding the final 2 turns right now. The inaugural Vietnamese Grand Prix. It's IRO Packer in first place for the win. Congratulations to Packer. Infamous bringing it home in second place. He's got a little bit of ways to go before he crosses that line. How is the gap there with Zamoglis? It looks like everyone just falling out of touch a little bit.
Made an error. He's lost his end plate, and Charlie has gone through. So Charlie back into 9th. Zenith is looking in all sorts of trouble. We'll see if Axton, I mean, he's a long ways back, but Zenith is missing the entire left end plate. So see if Axton maybe
Dylan brings it home for the podium. Aero strikes in 4th. Dernier's 5th. Ryan, JFD's actually close to Fuzz here. If you think he can get it done before the end of the lap, no, it doesn't look like it. Fuzz is going to hang on to 7th place here, it looks like. Oh, big mistake there behind from Axon, it looks like. He's dropped a bunch of places.
Yeah,
so
JFD
Ryan into the wall. And he gets Fuzz on penalties. Charlie in 9th.
Yeah.
Couple points for Charlie, just behind Fuzz.
So close to Fuzz, yeah.
And Zenith brings it home.
Of Matthew.
With the penalty, yes. Good job from Ryan there. So he does get that top 5. Zamoglis into 11th. Zag and Camden, all very close there, those 3. Finishing on track quite closely together. Axon bringing it home in 14th.
Performance from a few teams, too. Haas, obviously, fantastic. Renault and Mercedes as well. All Mercedes, double points finishes for those guys.
Doth bringing it home in last. Commendable for finishing the race, though.
Yeah, the Alpha's gotta be disappointed, you'd assume. They had a strong showing in qualifying. I think both were top 5, and just a single point. So yeah,
what a drive from Packer.
Packer, very
almost had
impressive.
Almost had a pit stop in hand by the end there.
Yeah. If you want to invite these guys in, I'm going to be back in just a moment.
Alrighty. So there's your top 3. I will invite these guys in a brief moment. I'm just going to run through the finishing order here. Once we get it up on screen, and I'll send those invites out. Packer wins the race. Infamous is second. Aero Dylan is third. Aerostrike finishes in fourth. Another good result from Aero there, actually. Fourth place finish from 10th on the grid. That's a hell of a drive. And you know what? It's because it's Aerostrike, it's not like, oh, look at that. But yeah, it's just the consistency and solidness he has week to week there. Another great result for him. Ryan 5th. Durnia finishes 6th with great debut for him. JFD with his teammate finishes in 7th. Those two work together nicely and got a good result for the team. Fuzz is 8th. Charlie's 9th. Jinnit is in 10th in that final points position. Samoglis is 11th. Zyg finishes 12th. Camden 13th. Axton 14th. GP Colin 15th. Dot Thou Hoist, the final running car, in 16th. And then Beck, JXW, IXR, Vitality, and Bobby Teva all retired from the Grand Prix. So only 4 retirements. And, you know, I've seen 4 retirements in tracks with a lot of runoff. So for 4 retirements at a brand new circuit with walls that are very unforgiving, great drive from those guys. Let's get those 3 in for the interviews. So it's Packer. What's his teammate's name? Packer and Dylan. Where are they? I don't think I have Packer. I don't have Dylan either, so I'm going to have to search for those guys. Bud, come on. Can't stand up. Thinks it's time to hang out again. No. So there's Packer on invite out. Oh my lord, come on. No. There's Dylan's invite. And then Infamous. I probably can't hear you because I'm searching. Yeah, nobody can hear you guys right now because I'm in the menu. Packer left, it says. What is that? Yeah, Infamous is the last guy. So if you guys just make sure your audio is set to be shared on other people's broadcasts. I don't know where the setting is. I can't remember, but you guys, I think you guys know by now.
Yeah, I have it sorted.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yep.
And Infamous, same thing for you. You got your audio set to be shared.
Yeah, mate, yep.
All right. Pretty good debut Grand Prix at Vietnam, I think. Almost everybody finished. We only had 4 DNFs. Packer, you were absolutely rapid today. It didn't seem that you had an outrageous advantage for most of the race until that last stint, and then you were just absolutely gone. No one was within reach at that point. Tell us how you're feeling. How comfortable were you heading into the Grand Prix? Did you expect a win today, or were you just kind of hoping for some good points?
Honestly, I expected to win because Dylan is obviously my main championship rival, I think. So having good race pace over him in practice was a good confidence boost, and then after qualifying, I felt like I couldn't be touched. So.
All right. So we got a confident winner on the top step of the podium here, which is good though. I like that. It's kind of like
yeah, me too.
I want to see someone try to dethrone you week to week now. That's kind of what makes this interesting for us. So congratulations though, it was excellent performance again. Obviously you missed last week, but and then Australia you were very dominant as well, just ended up with a bad result. So this is kind of like banking that pace, bringing home the points. I think you got fastest lap as well, so I think that'll be 26 points for you. So you'll be up to 28 points after that Grand Prix. So that puts you like right in the thick of things now. So congrats once again. We'll move on to the second place finisher. That was Infamous, who it looked like Dylan kind of had the upper hand for most of the Grand Prix, and then you kind of jumped him in the pit stops there. I'm not entirely sure what happened with Dylan. Obviously, we'll hear from him in a moment. We don't know how you managed to get ahead of him through the pit stops, but once you did get ahead, you just absolutely laid the hammer down and ran away with it there. So how are you feeling with the second place? What were you expecting today? Were you expecting more or less? Are you happy with that, or a little disappointed not to have won?
Annoyed. Gave myself wing damage on lap 1. It may have only been slight, but round there obviously it affects it a lot, so could have been closer in the end, but it was what it was. I'm just gonna have to make do with what I had. But yeah, move on to next week.
China.
And just go one better. China's a good track for me, so
yeah.
Hopefully I'll be on that top step.
Me and Puff like China too, so hopefully if this week isn't good to us, next week better be. We both haven't had very good first couple weeks here, so but yeah, great drive again from Infamous. Starting to be something we're expecting to see week to week, so I would expect the three of you guys to be fighting for podiums most of the year.
And just a quick note, that puts you 1 point behind Dylan for the championship lead.
Spicy.
After 3 races, so how do you feel about that?
Well, next week I'll be on top.
Ooh, all right. I like it. No, this is what we're hoping for. There, Packer expects to win.
Yeah,
Infamous
drama.
Infamous says he'll win. This is perfect. Just what we needed. Dylan, what happened in the pit stop there? We don't know if you were changing a wing, serving a penalty, maybe, or just maybe traffic caught you out or something. But Infamous seemed to have jumped quite a bit ahead of you through the pit stop, and then you just couldn't really keep up with them from that point. Are you disappointed not to have come home in second? I guess you were probably expecting a 1-2 for most of the race until that point.
Yeah, the lap before I pitted, I got wing damage in the final corner.
Okay.
And I forgot it was just a slight bit of damage, and I forgot to turn it, set my wing to so that BQ won't change my wing.
Yeah, you left it on yes instead of auto.
Yeah, no, it was just an auto.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was fine. I thought I had the pace to overtake Infamous, but then literally in the same lap, I got wing damage in sector 3.
Okay.
And yeah, from that point onwards, it was just securing P3 basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. Puff, I'll pass it on to you. If you got some questions for the guys, you can go ahead.
Just somewhat similar to a question for Infamous. 1 point now, you lead the championship. How confident are you at China, and how confident are you that you can win the whole thing? It's only 3 races, so a long season, but curious your thoughts early on.
Going into next week, very confident. Had a league race earlier at China today. And yeah, had great pace, won that, so I'm really confident going into next week that I can get the win. And going into the rest of the season, I feel good with my pace. Obviously, I think a couple of mine just need to work on a few of my setups just to make them a bit more reliable during the race instead of over a couple of one lap pace sort of things. But
yeah,
I think throughout the season, I think I should get the job done.
And how do you feel, Dylan? You confident with your pace at China?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure I'll win that race. And Sandpoint, to be honest, I'm sorry, but there's no chance. Like, I hate Vietnam so much, and I hate Australia, and I like Bahrain, and I was disappointed not to win Bahrain. But there's no chance you're winning China or Zandvoort.
All right. Well,
All
we've
right.
got two guys who are going to win
Everybody
China.
thinks they're going to win.
Packer, what do you?
I bet if we brought in the top six, they'd all say the same thing.
But yeah,
maybe
Packer,
not
how
after
do you
today. Maybe not after today.
You're
Honestly,
you're not too
you
far
go.
behind, but you are, I think, if I can do the numbers real quick off the top of my head, you'll be double digits behind, so you'll have a bit more work to do. You think you can win?
yeah, as you said, or as someone said before, it's a long season. It's only been 3 races, and I've only done 2.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but honestly, China and Zandvoort are... China, I have absolutely no pace. I should be last. And Zandvoort, Dylan's just a big sweat, so, yeah.
Okay, so not expecting too much. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see. You guys know the drill. For all the millions listening at home, next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be in China. You have any last words, Bigga?
Nope. I just want to open the floor to the other guys if they want to say anything to any of the other drivers before we go off the air.
No?
Okay. All right. Well then, next week, China. Later this week, we'll have Vietnam for. We got the PC League tomorrow. We've got Tier 2 on Thursday, and then Sunday EU wraps up the week at Vietnam. That will be all the Grand Prix for you. You'll be able to catch them all on the YouTube channel here, so you can hit subscribe, and you'll get notifications when we go live for these Grand Prix. We'll catch you next week for China, and you can see me and Puff try not to bin it on Thursday as well. So
Looking to pick up my first points.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the next stream. Thank you. Have a good night.